Hi, welcome to this conference on therapy and spiritual care in a shattered world, transforming the community of healers. I'm Steve Sandage. I'm on the faculty at Boston University and also work at the Danielson Institute, which is a sponsor of this conference. The Danielson Institute's a community mental health training clinic with a historical emphasis in engaging existential, spiritual, and religious issues in mental health. And we're glad to be able to be with you today for this live streaming conference from Boston University. It's actually been an incredibly difficult stretch, right? The last 3 years have caused us to make so many professional and personal adjustments while trying to cope with agonizing losses and deal with the demoralization that comes with our social and political upheaval and division. I think many of us in the helping professions experience a complex set of feelings and experiences these days trying to provide care amidst this shattered world. Many of us feel a commitment to work against racism and other forms of systemic injustice and try to contribute to healing communities. While at the same time, I think if many of us are honest, we also wrestle with a kind of looming sense of existential despair around us, or sometimes within us, and a fatigue that even lapses into burnout at times. While at the same time, I think many of us would like to try to find a way to regain a sense of well-being and to connect with others who are also committed to these goals. And yet we also probably, many of us understand a kind of aversion to simplistic platitudes about taking care of ourselves. And so this invites questions about how to promote communities that can be healing, systems of the professions that serve healing that can be socially just and care for all of us, and what practices might move us in that direction. At Danielson, we think this is a time to bring together therapists, clergy, chaplains, other spiritual care providers, and helping professions who care about diversity and justice, who can be honest about our existential, psychological, and spiritual predicaments, and who are interested in being collaborative communities of care. You are in an online room, if you're viewing through the live stream, of over 800 people from a wide range of vocations of care who are tuning into this conversation from various parts of the world. The registration exceeded our university Zoom meeting capacity, so we had to move to this webinar format where you won't have the opportunity to see each other, but we hope that you'll remember there's a wide community interested in these issues. We're deeply grateful to the Peel Foundation, who has funded this conference through a grant to Boston University for research and programming on the formation and flourishing of spiritual leaders and therapists. During the Great Depression, Norman Vincent Peale, a minister, and psychoanalyst Smiley Blanton formed an innovative collaboration to bring together religion and mental health practice to try to care for those who were struggling with profound suffering and demoralization in that time period. The Peel Foundation continues to support cross-disciplinary efforts of service and care in our contemporary times, and we'll have an opportunity to hear more from the Peel Foundation later. The schedule of our day, which is on the website, shows that we have an interdisciplinary group of scholars and practitioners addressing different dimensions of these issues and questions, drawing upon psychology, spirituality, cultural and social justice perspectives, theology, and other disciplines. Each will have 30 minutes, which will be relatively brief, but we're inviting interaction between a couple of the speakers and then a panel with all the speakers at the end of the day. During the Q&A periods, you'll be able to submit questions online, and we will try to take as many of those as we can. For those of you who are seeking continuing education, in order to verify attendance, it'll be important at the breaks to notice the codes that we will put up on the screen. You'll want to write those codes down, and you'll be emailed an evaluation form at the end of the conference where you'll be asked to provide those as part of your overall evaluation.